Oh, guys, we got a lot of drama to talk about. So the other day we talked about Eugenia Cooney would appear to be having a heart attack on her live stream when she was convulsing forward, and then she ended the live. Well, and that video is up here. You can see her kind of going like that. The audio is muted because of copyright, but I will say this. She gave us an update today. She came back to TikTok and said she's doing just fine. Let me show you that.
To get on here, and let you guys know that I'm okay to everybody. Because I know there's some people right now just saying a lot of crazy stuff. And, I just want everyone to know that I've just kind of been taking a couple of days to, take care of myself and relax a little bit and stuff. And I am so sorry that I had that little moment on camera the other day. I was not expecting to start feeling like that. Fat Pause, thank you. How are you? But I did want to let you guys know that I am okay, and I really, really missed you guys. Nelly. Oh my gosh, Nelly with the flower crown. Thank you. Aw, Nelly, that gift is always so cute. I feel like it kind of fits our vibe today too. And I also really want to thank you guys who have been kind and stuff and tell you guys just how much that means to me.
All right, let's talk about Kayla Malecc and James Charles. We're all waiting for Kayla Malecc to speak out and say something. At the time of making this video, Kayla Malecc has said something. She said originally she was going to make a 10-minute video exposing James Charles. Now the video is up to over 30 minutes. Let me roll you the clip of her saying that. Here we go. Here we go.
So it was supposed to be a 10-minute quick clock it video. It ended up being 30 minutes. It ended up being 30 fucking minutes.
Damn.
Oh my fuck. Tomorrow, whenever I get done putting all the receipts next to each other, and yeah. What the fuck? I guess I had a lot to say.
And then she ends the video. That's supposed to be today. The video should drop today, and if she does, I will be making a video right here on YouTube and TikTok as well. Also, I interviewed her best friend, Zach Sellers. If you guys missed that interview, it's on my YouTube, I think 2 videos ago.
Messages between James Charles and Zach Sellers. We have right here on Friday at 12:14 a.m. It says, "Hey there, James Charles defamation is actually kind of insane. Just wanted to reach out to you. Yes, I was first-hand witness when you were sending ASS pictures and surprise pictures to Evan on his phone on Instagram through Instagram photos. And just to let you know, you were the one that had vanish mode put on the Instagram messages, so I would be glad to have my lawyer and legal team to fight this in court because just so you know, vanish mode and everything that was said on Instagram can be pulled, and every phone call and FaceTime can be pulled as well. And I do have access of proof that the dates and the times, just so you know, I know a lot. So I will love for you to take legal action for the simple fact everything that has been said as the truth, and Evan also has things on his phone. So just hope that you're ready for the world to really know that everything can be backed up and brought back to life of everything that you had sent to Evan. I saved everything from Evan." End.
But I also see at the top where he says, "Sorry he treated you like shit. He definitely needs help from professionals," with a heart emoji from you. Can you tell us what that's about?
Yeah, so I left him on red. I can go back and screenshot that message. I don't know if you guys probably seen that message or not. He did not share that message neither with you guys, I don't think.
It's red. It actually has a heart emoji from you.
Yeah, the one that I hearted.
Yes.
Yeah, I liked the message because Kayla told me not to reply back to that because he tried to take a phone call. But I can go and screenshot that so you guys can read that one as well if y'all want.
Okay, go ahead.
Right.
All right, chat. There we go. This is people in the chat I saw were saying fake receipts, fake text messages.
Rich, Be Better did say that James was going to manipulate text messages to fit his narrative.
Oh, he did. I didn't watch that video yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't watched Be
He
Better.
predicted all. He
Okay,
predicted the entire video.
so we scrolled up. Okay. Is it possible that we could see the top half of that first message?
Yeah. So it's a long so that one up there, the purple one's a long one. So I'm gonna have to scroll up again.
Screenshot. Everybody screenshot. Everybody screenshot. There you go.
Yeah, screenshot. Y'all can have all this.
There we go. Everyone get your receipts. Drop a rose.
Okay. Are we open?
Show the first message. Let me see. We have a message from. Let me see. Oh, the chat's moving. Oh, over just right under an hour of interviewing Zach Sellers and giving his opinion of what him and James Charles did, the lawsuit with him and James Charles, and things like that. And this was before the allegations of people were calling him a PDF file came out. This was like maybe a day before that happened. So if you guys want more behind the scenes tea on the Kayla, Malecc, James Charles, Evan Johnson, Zach Sellers situation, watch that interview. A very good interview. As of the time making this video, I've heard from Zach Sellers that Be Better has turned against him. I have that receipt, that Zach Sellers saying that. So this is very interesting. This is an interesting turn of events, but definitely jump into that. So let's talk about Kayla Malecc's 30-minute video. It has not dropped yet. It's going to drop. So I want y'all to get as much information as you can behind the scenes. Very interesting. I saw people online saying that when James Charles dropped his initial video, you know, they're like, he's very believable. I believe James Charles. And then now people are like, no, I don't believe James Charles anymore. Oh my God. I didn't believe James Charles since the first time he dropped that video. These people on the internet, they're just so easily manipulated. It's insane. It's insane. So we're going to see what happens. Now, again, I have to stress to you, watch the interview I did with Zach Sellers, if you haven't already. And also, when it comes to Kayla Malecc, what possibly is she going to have to say about James Charles? There's a lot that she's going to have to say. I already know that she's going to go into the fact that James Charles was not a good friend. That right off the top, point blank period, she's going to go into that. Number two, she's going to go into the fact that James Charles knew, now this is all speculation, but clock it the house, girl, knew that Evan Johnson was abusive toward her and still flew him out. Then she's going to go into James Charles saying, well, I didn't really know her that well. We weren't really that close of friends. She's going to go in and saying, I knew that you were going to say that, but we were close friends. And she's going to go into it because this video that she's going to drop is over 30 minutes. I just named you 3 points that she's going to make. Boom, boom, boom. Right off the top. And she's going to go into so much detail. And I do believe that Kayla has gotten enough views. I mean, 40 million views, 30 million views on some of her TikTok videos, that she knows that all eyes are upon her. Everyone is watching Kayla Malecc to see what she's going to say next about James Charles. Not to say that she's reveling in it, but in the sense of like, she's going to put out all the receipts. And I think that she's going to go into the receipts in detail, timestamps, and read them word by word. She's not going to throw it up on the screen real quick and then take it down like James Charles so that people have an illusion that, you know, he was telling the truth. No. If James Charles is going to, I guess, lose credibility, it's going to be because of what Kayla Malecc is going to say in this video. It's a big deal. It's huge. The next thing I want to talk about off the cuff is the fact that DDG, you know, if you guys don't know who that is, it's like an irrelevant rapper. He was dating the Little Mermaid, the Haley Bailey. They have a kid together. Well, she has now pressed charges against him. She said in the judge approved it, a restraining order rather. I'm sorry. She has a restraining order on DDG and the judge approved it. She claimed that DDG slammed her head into her steering wheel, chipped her tooth, and threw her phone out the window and said, go get it, B-word. I have seen so many people online rally behind DDG. Here you have a judge who went forward with this motion. Okay, so there has to be some credibility there. Some. And to see all the rappers basically on his side, than her side is shocking. They always say, believe the victim, believe the victim. Here you have a judge grants a restraining order and people are still believing the guy. It is mainly rappers. Mainly rappers are putting stuff out there saying that they are on his side and they think that she's lying and making up for views because she didn't want him to see the kid and she's jealous, scorn lover and things like that. And then even, what's that one guy's name? He was like, put my head up, what's up? And get money. Do you remember that guy's name? He sing that song? I jumped up out of bed, turned my swag on.
Soulja Boy?
Yes. You saw that he responded to DDG?
Yeah.
He said, if I catch you out. That's what he said. I was shocked that he said that. I mean, it's all over the news. Then we're going to switch your gears here. You have a situation with the P. Diddy and Cassie. That is new. Hot off the press.
Cassie was testifying. So let me tell you guys everything that you didn't see or may have not heard, because it's a lot. I will say the most damning part of her testimony for me is when she describes a freak off where Diddy and another man, an escort, are standing on top of her while she is laying on the floor high off of ecstasy, and they are urinating on her face to the point where she is choking on their pee. And to further give context, on the right-hand side of the court seated is her husband, Alex Fine. On the left-hand side, Diddy's 6 out of 7 kids. We're sitting in the courtroom as Cassie is describing having weekly freak-offs for years that would last 2, 3, one lasted up to 4 days. She talked about damaging hotel rooms so bad in one instance that they had to pay such a hefty fee because the hotel told them that they needed to completely redecorate the room after a freak off. After a freak off, there would be blood, urine, and lots of baby oil. There was so much baby oil. There was also so much baby oil talk to the point where the judge at one point told prosecutors, wrap it up. But before we even got there, a very pregnant Cassie was called to the stand. She was wearing a tight brown turtleneck dress that was hugging her baby bump. When she sat down, you could tell she was nervous. And if you couldn't, you quickly picked up on it because once she started talking, you noticed that she paused a lot. She would sigh heavily before she answered a question. One of those moments was when she explained to the court that a year into their relationship, that Diddy had approached her with this fantasy that he had. He called it voyeurism, where he wanted to see her have sex with another man, later referred to as freak-offs. She said her stomach dropped. She was 22 years old. She described herself as very naive and a people pleaser. She said the only reason that she agreed to it is because she knew it would make him happy and she was afraid what would happen if she said no. That's also around the time, she says, that he started to get abusive. Most of her testimony today was spent on talking about these freak-offs, the different escorts that they would use, the different hotels that they would use. She said that she would find escorts off of Craigslist and this escort service called Cowboys for Angels. And to describe them, they weren't the most attractive men, right? They were very average looking. Some of them weren't even conventionally attractive. One thing they had in common is most of them were black because Diddy preferred for her black men with a big D, she said. At one point, Cassie broke down in tears when the prosecutor asked her, why didn't you leave? If the freak-offs, as you explained, were so disgusting and humiliating, why not leave? And she started crying and said that she was very deeply in love and this was the only alone time that she could get with Diddy. And it got to a point where this was kind of the only emotional connection that she was getting from this man that she was dating. So much more that I'll cover in another video, including his incessant phone calls, him tracking her down with his security, and her never being
a few hours ago, a woman said that P. Diddy's private part looked like a Tootsie Roll or some type of candy. It's embarrassing. They're embarrassing at this point. Cassie got on and testified today. She said that she was assigned busy work, that she was gifted an apartment right down the street from P. Diddy, and that he would call her multiple times. If she didn't pick up, his assistant would call multiple times. And if she still didn't pick up, he would show up at her door. Now, he would assign her what they called busy work with like creating music, meeting with producers, listening to beats, and just wrapping her up in all this time, but nothing would ever came out of it. And ultimately, Cassie's fans basically got bored and just didn't show up. She did get modeling deals, but he would tell her not to do it. And that's kind of just kept her busy. And she talked about like, if she looked the wrong way, he would hit her. That was what she said when she testified today. There's more that we'll talk about later because I want to make like a separate video for that. But right now, I just want to do it in this order. And then I'll give you like a dedicated video. I'm just kind of skimming the top here. There has been photos of P. Diddy in the courtroom, and he looks dramatically old. He does not look the same. He looks very malnourished and skinny, gray hair on his beard. Some people are saying that is a manipulation tactic to make people feel sorry for P. Diddy, that he's not in the best state. And then some people are saying that's what he actually looks like because he's just not taking care of himself in prison. Nonetheless, P. Diddy did go like this in court and put a little hand heart emoji. And whenever a male escort got on to testify, and the male escort said that he would hook up with Cassie and P. Diddy was watching, that when he said that, P. Diddy's daughters who were in the courtroom walked out. They didn't want to hear all that. So this case it's ongoing. I think we're on day 3 now. Again, there'll be a dedicated video. And then as of right now, Chris Brown just got some charges pressed against him for hitting his producer over the head with a bottle. Some people say he has anger issues. I think he has some type of other issues. Because if you look at my video I posted I think a couple months ago of Chris Brown in Dubai, when he seemed very off, I think there's a lot of that going on behind the scenes. I feel bad for Chris Brown. Like, damn. This when things were getting great for him, or decent, this happens. So it's not a good look. But anyways, let me know what you think about this drama in the comments down below. This is Research with Hottest Celebrity News you gossip on YouTube and TikTok. And I'll see you guys in the next one.